Every day, we make hundreds of small decisions. What to eat, what to wear, and what to buy. But rarely do we stop to consider the long-term impacts of these choices. Take this shirt that I'm wearing, for example. When I bought this, I certainly considered the materials that it was made out of. But if I told you that I looked up where those materials were sourced from or the embodied energy involved, I'd be lying. Our decisions are shaped by what is convenient, affordable, and immediately beneficial to us. Sustainability, more often than not, is an afterthought. When I was in grade 4, I was out playing in the yard with one of my friends, and he'd just finished a can of soft drink. He threw it to the ground, crushed it under his foot, and kicked it into the bushes. I turned to him and said, "Hey, there's a bin just over there." And he turned to me and said, "Who cares?" I couldn't believe it. So I went home that day and I told my mum. And I told my mum because growing up in my household, the environment wasn't just something that we talked about. It was a way of life. So she said to me, "Not everyone has been taught to care for the environment. So lead by example and educate where you can." Her words stuck with me. But as I grew older, I came to realize a hard truth. That no matter how much we educate or persuade, there was always going to be some people that didn't prioritize sustainability. And the reality is, they probably never will. So the challenge we face is this: how do we make environmentally friendly options irresistible to people when sustainability isn't at the top of their priority list? The answer is design. Design isn't just about aesthetics. Design is about functionality, about convenience, and how a product makes you feel. Good design seamlessly integrates into your life while sparking an inexplicable emotional connection. Design is the Trojan horse for environmental change. If we want people to switch to sustainable alternatives, those alternatives need to be as good or better than what they're already using. Sustainability needs to be embedded so seamlessly into products and systems that people don't even realize that they're making an eco-friendly choice. Now, it wasn't that long ago that electric vehicles were seen as inferior, and the primary reason for purchasing them was based on sustainability alone. The turning point was when manufacturers focused on performance. They started making cars that weren't just better for the planet, but they actually revolutionized what a car could be. They were faster, they were sleeker, and all of a sudden it felt as though we had stepped into a future that had been promised to us for decades. This created a massive shift in perception. All of a sudden, the people that had dismissed electric vehicles as slow and inferior were actually lining up to buy them. Not just because of the environment, but because here was a product that they couldn't ignore. Through design, we can save the world. So I grew up on the coast together with my best friend, and every time we saw plastic washing up on the beach, it never failed to hit us, a sense of frustration and disappointment. So we set our sights on one of the biggest contributors to plastic waste, single-use water bottles. Every year, over 480 billion single-use water bottles are consumed, often ending up in landfills and oceans and taking hundreds and hundreds of years to break down. So I wanted to create a reusable alternative, and not just any reusable bottle. It had to be something that people wanted to use, something iconic. So this is the Memo bottle. Over the last 10 years, this simple water bottle has, landed in the hands of over 1 million people. It has helped prevent over 200 million single-use water bottles from being consumed. And through partnerships with non-profit organisations, it has helped provide over 50 million days of clean drinking water to people in need. All because of design. So here are 3 things that we've learnt from the success of the memo bottle that you can use to make design the Trojan horse for environmental change. Number 1, make it iconic. So I researched design philosophies and iconic design, and one thing that really stood out to me was that many of the most iconic designs were actually created by merging 2 seemingly unrelated objects into something entirely new. So that's exactly what I did with the memo bottle. I took a book and a water bottle and the International Paper Size System and merged them to create something unexpected. A rectangular, reusable water bottle shaped like an A5 piece of paper. This design, it subverts expectations of what a water bottle should be. It's surprising, which creates curiosity and desire. So we need to create products and systems that stand out from the crowd. And one way to do this is through unexpected combinations. But the main thing is to disrupt expectations, make a statement, and make it iconic. Number 2, make it convenient. So convenience is the ultimate catalyst for change. Solve a functional problem and make it easier than its non-environmental counterpart. So just by this bottle being flat means that it can slide seamlessly into bags alongside laptops and books, and allows people to carry water with them wherever they go, which in turn helps to prevent people from purchasing single-use water bottles. So make it convenient. And number 3 is lead with design. So when my best friend and I introduced this water bottle, or took this water bottle from an idea to a product and introduced it to department stores, art galleries and concept stores around the world, the primary positioning was not as an eco-friendly alternative. We positioned it as an innovative piece of design and a more convenient way to carry water. And that made all the difference. 1 million people came for the design and not the mission. So make it iconic, make it convenient, and lead with design. So we need to rethink the way that we introduce sustainability. We need to create products, systems, and experiences that people choose not because they should, but because they want to. If we can make sustainable options more desirable, more convenient, and better designed, then people will naturally adopt them. Design is the Trojan horse for environmental change, and design can save the world. Thank you.